What are the 10 real mysterious ghost ships? If you ever saw James Cameron's Titanic, you can imagine what becomes of a wrecked ship, the torment and painful deaths, but not what becomes of such ships. It'll take more than that to visualize what a ghost ship looks like. Mysterious disappearances, abandoned ships left adrift for as long as the ocean tides, filled with strange beings who have made them their abode. Exploring the world's oceans and deep waterways should be fun, right? But why then does terror begin to rule the hearts of the seafaring when the oceanic deep calls? Away from the seaside fun, there are a lot more terrifying sights on the sea than what meets the eyes. From the portent of doom to the frozen Octavius and the Arctic ice, here are 10 of the creepiest tales of real mysterious ghost ships that humans dread. Number 10. MC Joyita. The MC Joyita was a merchant vessel that disappeared in the South Pacific in 1955. The ship was found drifting in the Pacific Ocean several weeks later, but the crew and passengers were nowhere to be found. The vessel had sustained damage, and some of the crew's belongings were missing, leading to speculation that the ship may have been the victim of foul play. Joyita may have disappeared, but the exact circumstances of the disappearance and the crew's fate remain a mystery. What happened to the passengers? Were they sucked into another dimension? Number 9. SS Beichimo. At this point, you're probably wondering why most of these events date back to the 90s. I'm wondering too. The SS Beichimo became trapped in pack ice off the coast of Alaska in 1931 and the crew abandoned it. Magically, the ship remained stuck in the ice and was eventually sighted by people after many years. Although the Beichimo has never been officially located or salvaged, and its ultimate fate remains a mystery, many believe in its horrific attack. Some people believe that the ship is still out there, drifting in the Arctic ice. Number 8. Kaz 2. First discovered adrift in the Bering Sea off the coast of Alaska in February 2021, adrift off the coast of Australia with all 3 crew members missing, the Kaz 2 is still a wonder because its origin was never known. It was filled with hundreds of pounds of illegal drugs, including methamphetamine and fentanyl, and it was clear that the ship had been used for smuggling. Rumors are that the ship is haunted by the ghosts of its former crew killed by drug lords or used for satanic rituals. Whatever the case, the ship has become a legend, with many wondering if its puzzle is ever solved. Number 7. The Mary Celeste. The story of Mary Celeste is a mysterious and fascinating one, particularly because the ship was in good condition and there was no sign of struggle or violence on board. However, the crew had vanished and their fate remains a mystery. The Mary Celeste was built in Nova Scotia in 1861 and was originally named the Amazon. It was a brigantine with 2 masts and square sails on the foremast. Many years after the crew vanished, there's still no sign of the crew on the ship. The only live things on board are a cat and several rats. Number 6. Lady Lovibond. History taught us that the title Lady is for honorable women. For a ship to be so named, it must have been very treasurable. The Lady Lovibond is a legendary tale about a ghost ship that is said to haunt the waters off the coast of Kent, England. According to the legend, Lady Lovibond was a schooner that sank in a storm in 1748, taking all aboard to their deaths. On the anniversary of the sinking, Lady Lovibond is usually seen sailing the waters with the ghostly crew still aboard. Some people claim that the ship is cursed and that anyone who sees it will have a tragic end. But since there's no historical evidence to support the existence of Lady Lovibond or the events described in the legend, let's leave it like that. Number 5. The SS Watertown. In SS Watertown, stories of ghosts are not fiction. This cargo ship is ruled by the ghosts of its dead crew members. The ship set sail from New York in 1924 on its way to Panama. So how did it join the club of ghost ships? Well, tragedy struck one day when a gas leaked during the voyage and killed 2 crew members. It might have been a different story if the captain had made a better decision, but he ordered that the dead bodies should be stored in a tank of chemicals to preserve them until they could be properly buried on land. That decision was the worst made because strange and unexplained events began to occur on the ship, leading some to believe that the ghosts of the 2 crew members were haunting the vessel. When the chaos became unbearable, SS Watertown was eventually abandoned and left to drift at sea, with the ghosts of the crew members reportedly still on board. Despite its dark history, the SS Watertown remains a fascinating subject for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Number 4. The Octavius. Like the SS Bechimo, the Octavius is known for being trapped in the ice in the Arctic for over 4 years in the early 18th century. The ship and its crew, under the command of Captain Charles Clerk, set out on a voyage to the Pacific Ocean in 1773, but became trapped in ice near King William Island in the Canadian Arctic and could not free themselves for more than 4 years. Luckily, the crew survived the ordeal by hunting, fishing, and building a makeshift shelter on the ice. The crew eventually broke free of the ice and sailed back to England, arriving in 1780. The ship's log indicated that they had been trapped in the ice for over a year. The tale of this mysterious ghost ship is truly a masterpiece that praises the spirit of resilience. Number 3. The Flying Dutchman. Over the years, the legend of the Flying Dutchman has been on the lips of many. Some say it is a portent of doom, and others claim that the ship and its crew can assist those in distress. The Flying Dutchman is a legendary ghost ship that is said to sail the seas forever. This ghost ship has been sighted on the seas for over 300 years and is known as a portent of doom for those who see it. According to the legend, the ship and its crew are cursed to sail the oceans for eternity, never able to make port or find rest. Despite the many sightings, the true nature of the Flying Dutchman remains a mystery. Be it a supernatural phenomenon or a collective hallucination, it has continued to raise an amazement brow on the faces of many. Number 2. The Caluche. Many legends and myths surround the Caluche, a ghost ship said to sail the seas off the coast of Chile. According to Chilean legend, the Caluche is a ghost ship that appears in a fog off the coast of the Chilo Island. It is said to be crewed by the spirits and ghosts of sailors who had drowned at some point in the sea. Since their death, the spirits of these souls have found no rest. They appear mostly at night with glowing bodies that sparkle with water. The spirit of these sailors is said to have the power to change their appearance and can take on the form of any vessel it chooses. Notwithstanding, others believe that the Caluche is a place of great danger and that those who set foot on the ship are never seen again. To them, the ship is up to no good because it is a malevolent force that lures people to an agonizing death. Despite its fearsome reputation as a doom of death, the Caluche is also seen as a symbol of hope and redemption, with some believing that those fortunate enough to board it will be granted eternal life. To some, it is a place of great revelry and celebration where the spirits of the dead can party and enjoy themselves. Whether or not the legend of the Caluche is based on fact or is purely a myth, it remains a popular and enduring legend in Chilean folklore. Number 1. The Orang Medan. In 1947, a strange and mysterious ship was discovered drifting off the coast of Indonesia. It sent a distress signal stating that the entire crew was dead. The rescuers may have thought it was something to laugh over, but when they arrived, what they found left them in awe. The entire crew of over 1,000 people was found dead on the deck, and the bodies were not just dead. They were frozen in grotesque, contorted positions as if they had died in agony. Oddly, there were no visible signs of injury or trauma on the bodies. As the rescue team searched the ship, they reported seeing strange, ghostly apparitions moving about the decks. Some even claimed to have heard mysterious voices whispering in their ears. Despite these eerie occurrences, the rescue team recovered the ship's logbook, which revealed that the ship had been on a secret mission to transport a cargo of highly toxic and radioactive material. It appeared that something had gone wrong, leading to the horrible death of the crew members who were killed by the dangerous cargo they were transporting. The vessel was named the Orang Medan by the people who saw it because, like wildfire, it gained infamy due to the bizarre and terrifying circumstances surrounding its discovery. While some believe the ship is cursed and that anyone who sets foot on it will meet the same fate as the ill-fated crew, others believe that the strange occurrences were due to the evil committed by the crew members. Whatever the truth, the Orang Medan remains a haunting and intriguing mystery that continues to captivate humans' wildest imaginations.